Welcome to Travel Spark by TTG video series for 2021. As its name suggests, Travel Spark by TTG is a program that aims to spark off travel and events desire and ideas and show you how you and your clients, business partners and target audience can return to travel and events in this new era. So this Travel Spark by TTG series is focused on Switzerland. This is our final episode in our 4-part series, and today we will be discovering the many opportunities to appreciate Switzerland's rich history that dates back to the 13th century. Switzerland has used all that time to develop its own culture and traditions, allowing us modern folks to enjoy a wonderful variety of authentic and unique local craft experiences. To take us on this journey is Jennifer Chin, Project Manager for Leisure and MICE for Southeast Asia. She's with Switzerland Tourism. Jennifer takes care of the leisure and MICE market in the Philippines, the MICE market in Singapore and Vietnam, and the leisure market in Indonesia. On top of that, she gets the happiest job of marketing Switzerland as a weddings destination throughout Southeast Asia. It's great having you with us, Jennifer.
Thank you, Karen.
So Jennifer's prepared for us a video to whet our appetite. Let's get to it. Yeah, let's view this video. Well, that was lovely, the lovely video. I hope she said yes to him. Now, divine chocolates and fine watches often come to mind when one speaks of Switzerland. But surely there's far more to Switzerland than just chocolates and watches. Will you give us an insider's peek into Switzerland, please?
Yeah, you're right, Karen. Switzerland has far more than chocolates and watches, definitely. Expanding further in the same category of chocolate or gastronomy will be the Swiss cheese. So this is a product of a centuries-old tradition. So for the tip for a cheese lover, when you can actually obtain a Swiss cheese passport, and get yourself stamped as you embark on the grand tour of Switzerland, exploring the different cheese throughout a single journey that gets you through 12 UNESCO sites and 4 linguistic regions and alpine passes. So Swiss cheese is another one that you can actually come to mind when you think about Switzerland. Also, besides watches and watchmaking, you will find Swiss letting their hair down with its many folk traditions and festivals. So the alphorn, for example, is a very typical Swiss instrument that is originally a musical and signaling instrument used by the herdsmen. And then, of course, there is the yodeling, that is a form of singing with its origins as a communication between Alps to Alps, hills to hills, and bringing the cows. So, of course, there's also the flag throwing, a tradition since the Middle Ages with 99 different regulated swings to the flag. Then going back to the video that we have shown before we start, usually people do not relate a romance with Switzerland. But interestingly, with its natural landscape, remote regions, it's actually a perfect backdrop for romantic getaways, proposal, and also destination weddings. So not forgetting the Swiss hospitality, privacy, exclusivity, and proximity to many attractions in short distances. I think it's a perfect place for your once-in-a-lifetime event.
Wonderful. Are there lesser known locations or hidden gems in Switzerland that are great for discovering the country's history and culture?
Right. Personally, for me, a lesser known location or hidden gem is Wiesnau. It's actually located near the bay of Lake Lucerne in the foot of Rigi, which is a famous Swiss mountain that's only half an hour away from Wiesnau. So to jog your memory again for the video, Wiesnau is the scenes that is shown in the opening video. So even the hotel that was shown is called the Park Hotel Wiesnau. It boasts of 110 years of history, and it is selected by Forbes as Switzerland's most exclusive hotel in 2020. So a little hidden gem over here for you if you have not known about it. So you can imagine it's now being in a central Switzerland. It serves as a good starting point for all the excursions and activities. And yet, at the same time, quintessentially Switzerland, because it's near the lakes, the mountain and surrounding nature landscapes. It's perfect for all the different traveling needs, I would say. So it's a really hidden gem that I personally recommend.
And are there unique venues that best represent Switzerland? And are these venues available for special events such as award dinners, for corporate events, or destination weddings?
So there's plenty of unique venues to choose from. There's really a lot. If you're talking about large-scale award dinners, there's of course the Congress centers throughout Switzerland to choose from. Alternative for special events and weddings, we have a range from historical hotels such as Victor Jungfrau Grand Hotel that has opened in 1865, and also a Fleming location for Crash Landing on You. So just an interesting fun fact over
I knew you're going to bring that up. Okay, great.
So, and also, of course, Switzerland has its long history of neutrality. So it's actually having one of the best preserved castles in Central Europe. So Castle is also another very interesting location that I will recommend. An example is the Chillon Castle in Lake Geneva, which hosts many famous figures from Victor Hugo to Lord Byron, beach, chapel, and underground rooms, and great halls that is perfect for rental. And for an outdoor feel or theme, you can actually choose some elegant villas. So some in Lausanne would be really recommended. And if you're looking seasonality, some kind of like a white winter event, there's of course the Alpine Mountain Hut in Stade, a location where Jessica Cindy held her wedding as well. So she's the famous gown designer that actually held her wedding over in Switzerland. And also in winter, I think an igloo would be a really, really unique venue as well to hold an event. And if you're really being creative, you can think out of the box. You can look at even having events in the boats, in the cable car, or the trains. So, everything that you need in Switzerland.
Many possibilities, is what you're saying. So, how can a planner weave all these unique Swiss experiences into the corporate or leisure itinerary?
If you would like to weave all these elements into your itinerary, I'll always recommend to look at the profile of your client at first, the size of the group, and depending on the point of entry and routing, each region that you passes through has its own unique specialty and Swiss experience as well. So for instance, you are holding an event or a wedding that will be held in Interlaken. The group is flying in from Geneva. You can start off with a watchmaking experience and then get onto the train to have a event or wedding cocktail and reach over in Interlaken or Bern, as the capital for a flag throwing ceremony. And then you get into Interlaken to get up to the mountain of Jungfrau, where you experience winter year round, and then get to the event in time as well. So everything is within short distances. It just depends on what are the needs of the client. And we also have a really great tool as well to help you, with us in Switzerland Tourism that will be able to assist you.
Great. Speaking of assistance, what does Switzerland Tourism do to enable travelers to have a true taste of Switzerland?
In my opinion, to really have a true taste of Switzerland, the best way is to understand what Switzerland has to offer and to be educated about its histories and traditions. And that's where information is very necessary. So our website, myswitzerland.com, is actually an Oscar winning of the web industry. It won the Best of Swiss Web Awards. So it is in 16 different languages. It's mobile optimized. It caters to all, even the disabled and older users. So it has the planning options that I mentioned as well, with a plethora of information that will equip, both the MICE wedding planners or even just leisure travelers like us. So also, for the corporate wise, we maintain personal touches with the travel agents with frequent webinars. So they're really up to date with what Switzerland has to offer and the latest attraction that's open, etc. And of course, the Swiss Travel Academy, so they can constantly go back and refresh their memory if they have such inquiries as well. So they are like our mouthpiece across to the travelers at large too. That gives a really unique Swiss experience. And of course, to have a true taste, you have to be in Switzerland yourself.
Of course, take me there. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Karen.
And so this concludes our Travel Spark with Switzerland series. All 4 episodes can be found on ttgasia.com as well as TTG's official YouTube page. We hope we've got you thinking and dreaming about your next Swiss outing. And as always, destination experts at Switzerland Tourism and Switzerland Convention and Incentive Bureau are just a phone call away should you need help with your programming. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care, stay safe, and see you around, guys.